Hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. And beside me, my good buddy, Dr. Fat Packer. Hello, Fatty. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Dr. Fat Packer.
That's not a nice thing to say to people, But anyways, hello there. They're black eyes. That's fine.
Call me Blackie. So below me is the hair. I was going to call you a hairless wonder, but I'm not sure. You're a hairy wonder. So anyway, Homeless Charlie, say hello to our adoring, expanding audience.
Well, hello to our adoring, expanding audience.
Now, what we do, folks, is we tell jokes, you laugh, you know the routine, and everybody has a wonderful time. But before we start, Dr. Fat Packer, we have a point of conversation just between the three of us, right?
Yeah.
What is that point of conversation?
I thought of one the other day, but I just wanted to mention that Homeless Charlie looks a lot like D'Artagnan. So with the beard and I think that's so neat. Anyways, so how about today? Think of a product.
Yeah.
And then give me the worst name you can think of for your product.
Okay.
Okay. So I saw a product the other day. It was like a furniture store, and they sold a lot of things for your door.
Yes.
And they called their furniture store Knobs and Knockers.
That's a perfect name for doors and such. So, Homeless Charlie, repeat that if you would, Doctor. That's a product?
Yeah, it's a why you have to repeat this? You think he's like old or something?
He's old.
You pick a product, and then we give you the first name for that product or the company that makes it.
Well, this is a product for anybody who has ever been constipated. And called Log Jam Buster.
Log Jam Buster, yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, well,
following Comedy Thief.
Well, my product, I actually brought my product.
That's good.
It's a brand new cocktail I've invented.
Yeah,
and I'm calling it. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, it's called Comedy Thief Cocktails.
There you go.
Well, anyway, I asked my girlfriend if she would take a swig of it, and she did. And I said, well, hey, baby, how do you like it? She said, the drink or the name? So needless to say, it's been a very rough weekend. Anyway, Dr. Fat Packer, tell us a joke.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey. So anyways, I heard this cop was interrogating a very intoxicated Irishman just outside the bar as I was leaving. And the Irishman was bleeding severely. And the officer said, can you describe the person who did this to you? And he replied, that's what I was doing when he hit me.
Boom. Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, a salesman knocks on the door and it's answered by a 12-year-old boy.
Yes.
With a cigar in one hand and a half-empty bottle of scotch in the other. And the salesman asks the boy, excuse me, son, but is your mom or dad home? To which the boy replies, does it effing look like it?
Well, here's a news item, gentlemen. In New York City, they just instituted a $250 fine for anybody who pees in the subway. And they said, if that turns out to be successful, they're going to start to crack down on murder. That's what they're going to do. Dr. Fat Packer, tell us a joke.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, I had a patient in the other day when he was so grateful. He says, how can I repay you for all your kindness? When I told him, you can pay by cash, check, or money order.
That's how you can repay. That is make perfect sense.
Yeah.
Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I can't remember if I've told this before, but the fact that Hooters hasn't launched a home delivery service called Knockers just seems like a missed business opportunity to me.
I like it.
Well, the other day, I'm a kind of a health nut, even though I drink too much, but I was in my bedroom in the buff. I didn't have any clothes on. And to get more fit, I was doing push-ups in my bedroom.
Oh,
But what I didn't know is that the night before, because of this rodent problem, my girlfriend had put down on the floor a mouse trap.
ooh,
The,
ooh.
the scream was unbelievable. Dr.
I
Fatpacker
can
tells the
imagine.
joke.
Hey, look at that.
Ouch, ouch.
Well, we had a guy walked into the bar the other night and he ordered a whiskey and then he looked into his pocket, and then he ordered another drink and then he looked into his pocket. When he did this about 4 or 5 more times, and I said, excuse me, but why do you keep looking into your pocket after you order a drink? And he goes, well, I have a picture of my wife in there. And when she starts to look good, then I'll go home.
So all you wives out there, don't let your husbands go to the bar. That's the bottom line.
At least not with a picture of you.
Exactly. Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, the other day, somebody asked me if I had plans for the fall, but it took me a moment to realize they meant autumn, not the collapse of civilization.
Speaking of fall, let's see. What is a? What is a?
Another word.
I got it. See, I forgot. I'm old, folks. What is a scarecrow's vehicle of choice? Give up?
Yes.
It's an automobile. Get it?
Boy,
Dr.
You're really making hay with that one, I'll tell you.
That was just terrible.
So one of my Jewish friends came in to the office the other day when he was telling me about how he went to visit his grandmother,
Yeah.
and she gave him instructions because it was a new apartment. And she told him, you come to the front door and I am in apartment 301. There's a big panel at the front door, and with your elbow, push button 301 and I'll buzz you in. Come inside and the elevator's on the right and get in, and with your elbow, push 3rd floor. Then you get out, I'm on the left. With your elbow, hit my doorknob. And he says, Grandma, that sounds easy, but why am I pushing all these buttons with my elbow? And she goes, but you're coming empty-handed?
Oh, you've got to bring all sorts of gifts and stuff and liquor and
yeah,
and bread and slippers.
Yeah, well, slippers are good. Yeah.
Homeless Charlie, tell us the joke.
Well, I bet both of you the reason it's called almond milk
Yeah.
is because nobody could keep a straight face if they called it nut juice.
Very good point.
The other day, doctor, I went to my own personal physician, Dr. Vinny Boombats. You remember him?
Oh, yeah.
He's in your society. Well, one of the things he gave me a complete physical, and it was very, very exciting. He told me to come back the next day, which is today, and he wanted to have me bring a stool sample. So here it is. That's my stool sample. Never mind.
It's the wrong color.
Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Oh, right. Now I should be on my last one pretty soon here. Yeah.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, good. Then in that case, I'll go ahead. The one New Year's Eve, I was with my wife in the local bar, and at the stroke of midnight, she stood up and wanted every husband to be standing next to the one person who made his life worth living. Well, it was kind of embarrassing as the clock struck midnight, the bartender was almost crushed to death.
That's an entirely different story. Okay, homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
You know, if you die and you get cremated,
Yeah.
you can be put into an hourglass and still be included in family game night.
That's beautiful.
I like it. Yeah.
I got some bad news, guys. I just found out my girlfriend Bambi
Yeah, Bambi.
Yeah.
is a vampire.
Oh,
no.
my goodness.
Do you guys know what it's like to be kissed by a vampire?
Oh,
No, I can't say I do.
It's a complete pain in the neck. Oh,
Bloody well right.
it's not even the last one. Go ahead there,
Oh,
doctor.
cool. Well, you know, this giving all these new regulations for businesses about maternity leave and everything.
Yeah.
I think when you give birth to a great idea at work, you should get 2 weeks maternity leave.
I think that makes perfect sense, right? And,
Yeah, it's only
and the
fair.
The government will probably give it to us.
There you go, apparently.
You're not pregnant, are you, homeless Charlie?
not yet. I'm trying.
Tell us the joke.
Depends what day.
That is a joke. Go ahead.
Well,
Yes.
If you write these things down, it's easier.
well, yeah, they are. Living in the alley is not easy. Every time I try to eat healthy, along comes Christmas, then Easter, then summer, Friday, Tuesday, rest of the week, and it ruins it for me.
I'll bet it does.
Yeah.
Growing up, I have two of them. I was so poor.
How poor were you?
I was so poor that the ducks in the pond gave me bread. Growing up, I was so poor.
How poor were you?
I was so poor that I got an email the other day and a Nigerian prince sent me money. That's
mean, actually sent you money instead of just promising to?
Last joke there, Dr. Fatpacker.
All right, well, you know, I had one of my friends had come into the office the other day and he was talking with another friend in the waiting room, right? And I overheard where the guy said, you know, I have a terrible time picking up women. And the other guy says, hey, I can tell you, no matter how good looking the women are, I always end up in bed with them. And the guy goes, great, how do you do that? He says, well, I walk up to them very casually and I said, excuse me, could I ask you your opinion? Does this damn piece of cloth smell like chloroform to you?
Almost Charlie, last one.
Short one. Last night.
That's what she said. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't want to hear your personal problems.
Okay, but I'm sure I had a good time. But let me finish reading the police report and I'll let you know.
This woman had been single her entire life, always wanted to get married. She put an ad in the newspaper saying she wanted a man that would that wouldn't beat her, that wouldn't run around on her, and was really good in bed. And the next day, the doorbell rang, and she opened up the doorbell, and here's this guy there with no arms and legs on the stoop. And she said, may I help you? He says, I'm applying to be your husband. She said, if you were my husband, you have no arms and no legs, would you run around on me? And he goes, lady, I don't have any legs. Well, if you were my husband, would you beat me? He goes, lady, how can I don't have any arms. She says, well, here's the big question. If you were my husband, are you really good in bed? And he said, am I? How the heck do you think I rang the doorbell? So anyway, this is a comedy thief. We're saying goodbye. We're done. We're out. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. We invite a famous person to be on our very next video. Dr. Fatpacker, who are we going to invite?
I was thinking of that actress, and I liked her in all the Woody Allen movies I saw her in.
Yes?
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. Perfect choice. Diane, you're going to be on our very next video. So you have 24 hours to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And if you don't, Diane, check in 24 hours. We're going to put you in the trash bin. So this is the Comedy Thief saying goodbye, passing along to Dr. Fat Packer for his farewell.
Oh, yeah, I got it this time. Ready? Farewell. Oh, yeah, don't forget to subscribe. All three of those. Make sure you do because it makes us feel good when we see more subscribers.
And Homeless Charlie, say goodbye to our fantastic, fabulous fans.
Goodbye to our fantastic, fabulous fans.
And everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road. Everybody say farewell. And it's been really cool and keen.